I've always wanted to do, just in alignment with this, I've always wanted to do an experiment, which is when you have 50% extra free on something, whether it's a bottle of shampoo or it's a chocolate bar or anything else, how much of the extra purchase that results comes from the price change and how much of it comes from the sense that there's a deal? Okay? How much of it may come from salience, the fact that, you know, the other shampoo or the other chocolate bars or the other soaps or the other soap powders don't have an interesting bright red flash on them, but this one does. And I always wanted to do that experiment, but then I realized that, of course, to do that experiment would be completely illegal, because it would actually entail claiming that something was cheaper or on offer while keeping the price basically unreduced. And I asked this question once to someone, not an Ogilvy client, I hasten to add, but someone in a very large client organization. They said, we already know the answer to that question. I said, how on earth can you know the answer to that question? It's completely illegal to do the experiment. You know, to do that experiment, what you'd have to do is put 50% extra free on a box of soap powder and then put the price up by 50%. How can you possibly do that? And they said, very simply, by mistake. About once or twice every few years, someone fails to key in something into a spreadsheet, and so there's a great box of something on the shelf and it says 50% extra free and the price has gone up by 50%. There's actually no saving. I said, well, what happens? He said, I can't give you exact figures, he said, but basically you wouldn't believe it. To be honest, the sales go up by almost as much as if you left the price where it was before. Now that's an interesting finding because it suggests the why of what's going on in a price-value equation.